What if one of the most powerful foods on Earth wasn't hidden inside an expensive supplement, wasn't promoted by celebrities, and wasn't sitting on the shelves of luxury health stores? What if it was a simple green vegetable that most Americans walk right past in the grocery store? A vegetable so powerful that researchers have repeatedly ranked it among the most nutrient-dense foods ever studied. A vegetable that has been quietly consumed for thousands of years, yet remains one of the best-kept secrets in modern nutrition. Now imagine this. Every bite delivers compounds linked to healthier blood vessels. Every serving floods your body with antioxidants.
And every handful may help support your immune system, your skin, your eyes, your brain, and even the way your body ages over time. Sounds impossible? Well, that's exactly why scientists became interested in a leafy green called watercress. And what they discovered surprised even nutrition experts. Because this humble plant may be doing far more for your body than anyone expected. So before you scroll away, stay with us. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why some nutrition researchers call watercress one of nature's most underrated health foods.
And you may never look at leafy greens the same way again. Most people spend years searching for the perfect health solution. A better supplement, a new diet, the latest wellness trend. Yet sometimes the most remarkable foods have been sitting in front of us all along. Watercress isn't flashy. It doesn't come in a fancy package. It doesn't promise miracles. And perhaps that's exactly why so many people overlook it. But hidden inside these delicate green leaves is an astonishing concentration of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds that support overall wellness. Today, we're going to explore everything: the history, the science, the surprising health benefits.
The myths. The best ways to eat it. And the mistakes that could prevent you from getting the most out of this incredible vegetable. But first, let's travel back thousands of years to discover why watercress has fascinated people for generations. Because its story is far older than you might imagine.
Long before modern medicine existed, long before vitamins were discovered, people were already harvesting watercress from flowing streams. Ancient Persians reportedly believed watercress helped maintain vitality and strength. Greek physicians valued it. Roman soldiers consumed it. And across Europe, generations used it as both food and traditional medicine. Why? Because people noticed something unusual. Those who regularly consumed fresh greens from natural environments often seemed healthier and more resilient. Of course, they didn't understand antioxidants. They didn't know about vitamin K. They had never heard of phytochemicals. But they observed results. And centuries later, science would begin uncovering the reasons behind those observations. One of the most fascinating discoveries came when researchers compared nutrient density across dozens of fruits and vegetables. Many expected famous superfoods to dominate the rankings: kale, blueberries, spinach. But the results shocked many people. Watercress landed at the very top, higher than many vegetables that receive far more attention. Imagine that. One of the most nutrient-packed foods available, and millions of people have never even tasted it. But what exactly happens inside your body when you start eating watercress regularly? That's where things become truly interesting. Because the benefits begin almost immediately. Let's start with the organ that never takes a day off: your heart. Every minute of every day, your heart pumps blood through thousands of miles of blood vessels. And over time, lifestyle choices can either support this system or place it under tremendous stress. Watercress contains naturally occurring nitrates. Now, don't let that word scare you. These naturally occurring plant compounds are different from the processed forms many people worry about. Inside the body, they can help support healthy blood vessel function. Think of your blood vessels like highways. When traffic flows smoothly, everything works efficiently.
But when those highways become congested or less flexible, problems begin to appear. The nutrients found in watercress help support healthy circulation and vascular health, part of an overall balanced diet. And that's only the beginning. Because watercress also contains antioxidants that help combat oxidative stress, a process associated with aging and long-term wear and tear throughout the body. But here's the fascinating part. Many people focus only on cholesterol, yet researchers increasingly recognize that inflammation and oxidative damage also play important roles in cardiovascular wellness, which raises an intriguing question. If watercress can help support your heart, what might it be doing for your brain? The answer may surprise you.
Imagine walking into a room and forgetting why you entered. Forgetting names. Losing focus. Struggling to stay mentally sharp. Most people assume cognitive decline is simply an unavoidable part of aging. But scientists now know that nutrition plays a major role in supporting brain health throughout life. Watercress contains nutrients, including vitamin K, vitamin C, and antioxidant compounds that contribute to overall wellness. Your brain is incredibly demanding. Although it represents only a small percentage of body weight, it consumes enormous amounts of energy. And because of this intense activity, brain tissue is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress.
Think of antioxidants alias salam, tiny bodyguards. Their job is helping protect cells from daily wear and tear, and watercress happens to be loaded with them. Some researchers believe that diets rich in leafy greens are associated with better cognitive aging and long-term brain health. Now, does that mean watercress is a magic memory pill? Of course not. No single food can do that. But when combined with healthy sleep, exercise, and an overall nutritious diet, it may become one small piece of a much larger longevity puzzle. And speaking of longevity, the next benefit is perhaps the one that attracts the most attention, because it involves something almost everyone wants.
Slower aging. But what scientists have discovered about watercress and aging is far more fascinating than most people realize. Let's talk about something nearly everyone thinks about: aging. Not necessarily living forever, but staying energetic, staying independent, keeping your mind sharp, and feeling younger than your actual age. The truth is, aging doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process taking place inside your body every single day. Tiny amounts of cellular damage accumulate over years. Oxidative stress builds up. Inflammation increases. Recovery becomes slower. And eventually, we begin noticing the effects. Less energy, slower healing, more stiffness, more fatigue. But here's where watercress becomes incredibly interesting. This leafy green contains a remarkable collection of antioxidant compounds. Think of antioxidants like a maintenance crew, constantly repairing small damage before it becomes a bigger problem. Every day, your body faces challenges: pollution, stress, poor sleep, processed foods, sun exposure, normal metabolism itself. All of these generate molecules known as free radicals. In excess, these compounds may contribute to accelerated aging. Antioxidants help your body maintain balance, and watercress contains a surprisingly powerful combination of them. But here's something even more fascinating. Many longevity researchers are no longer asking, how long can we live? Instead, they are asking, how long can we stay healthy? That's a completely different question. Because the goal isn't simply adding years to life. It's adding life to years. Imagine reaching your 70s or 80s, still traveling, still gardening,
still playing with grandchildren, still enjoying the activities you love. No single food creates that outcome, but daily choices absolutely influence the direction your health moves. And watercress may be one of those simple choices that quietly supports healthier aging over time. But if you're trying to maintain a healthy weight,
the next benefit might be even more exciting, because watercress has a unique advantage very few foods can match.
What if one of the best foods for weight management wasn't a trendy diet product, but a vegetable? Think about it. Many people struggle with weight because they're constantly hungry. They reduce calories, feel deprived, get frustrated, and eventually return to old habits. Watercress offers something different. It's incredibly low in calories, yet rich in nutrients. That combination is surprisingly powerful. Imagine filling your plate with foods that nourish your body while contributing very few calories. That's one reason nutrition experts often encourage people to eat more leafy greens.
Watercress can add volume, flavor, texture, and nutrients to meals without significantly increasing calorie intake. And unlike highly processed snack foods, it provides vitamins and minerals your body actually needs. Here's another interesting detail. Foods rich in fiber and water content often help promote feelings of fullness. Watercress contains both. Now, let's be realistic. Simply eating watercress won't magically melt away body fat. Anyone claiming that is oversimplifying nutrition. But replacing less nutritious foods with nutrient-dense vegetables can become part of a sustainable weight management strategy. And sustainability matters.
Because the healthiest diet isn't the most extreme. It's the one you can actually maintain. But what happens when blood sugar enters the picture? That's where another fascinating chapter begins. Millions of Americans experience energy crashes every day. One moment they feel fine. The next, they're exhausted, hungry, irritable, searching for another cup of coffee. Often, blood sugar fluctuations play a role. Now, let's be clear. Watercress is not a treatment for diabetes, and anyone with a medical condition should always follow professional healthcare guidance. But watercress may support healthy eating patterns that contribute to better metabolic wellness. Why?
Because unlike many processed foods, watercress contains very few sugars, very few calories, and lots of beneficial nutrients. Adding vegetables like watercress to meals may help create a more balanced plate. And balanced meals often contribute to steadier energy levels throughout the day. Imagine starting your morning with nutrients rather than empty calories. Imagine choosing foods that fuel your body instead of creating dramatic highs and lows. Small choices repeated daily can produce surprisingly meaningful results over time. And one of those choices may be Elias's simple adding a handful of watercress to your lunch or dinner.
But perhaps one of the most overlooked benefits lies somewhere deeper, inside your digestive system. And what scientists are learning about gut health is changing the way we think about overall wellness. Here's a surprising fact. Your digestive system contains trillions of microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiome. And researchers continue discovering connections between gut health and nearly every aspect of wellness: mood, energy, immune function, metabolism, even brain health. In many ways, your gut acts like an internal ecosystem. And like any ecosystem, it thrives when properly nourished. Watercress contributes fiber and plant compounds that support a healthy dietary pattern. Fiber is particularly important, yet most Americans don't consume enough of it. And that's unfortunate. Because fiber helps support digestive regularity and overall gut health. Think of fiber as a support system for your digestive environment. It helps keep things moving smoothly, supports fullness, and contributes to a healthy digestive process. Now here's the interesting part. The health of your gut doesn't stay in your gut. Its effects ripple throughout your body, which leads directly to another major benefit:
your immune system. Because many people don't realize just how connected these systems truly are. Imagine your immune system as a highly trained security team, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, protecting you from countless challenges.
Most of the time, this incredible system operates quietly in the background. You don't notice it, you don't think about it, until something goes wrong. That's why supporting immune health matters year-round, not just during cold and flu season. Watercress contains vitamin C, among other important nutrients. Vitamin C is well known for its role in supporting normal immune function. But that's only part of the story. The immune system doesn't depend on one nutrient. It relies on a network of vitamins, minerals, sleep, exercise, stress management, and overall dietary quality. Watercress contributes to that bigger picture.
Think of it alayhi salam, one member of an entire wellness team. Not the star player, but an important contributor. And speaking of things people notice immediately, let's talk about something visible. Something staring back at you every morning in the mirror. Your skin. Because the connection between nutrition and appearance is stronger than many people realize.
Most people spend hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every year trying to improve their skin. Creams, serums, treatments, lotions. And while many products have value, there's an important truth often overlooked. Your skin is influenced by what happens inside your body, not just what you put on it. Watercress contains nutrients involved in normal skin health, including vitamin C. And vitamin C plays a role in collagen production. Collagen is one of the proteins responsible for helping skin maintain structure. As we age, collagen naturally declines. That's part of the aging process.
Which is why supporting healthy collagen production becomes increasingly important over time. But here's the bigger lesson. Healthy skin often reflects healthy habits, adequate hydration, nutritious foods, regular movement, quality sleep, stress management, and watercress fits beautifully into that lifestyle. It's not a beauty miracle, but it is a beauty-supporting food, and perhaps that's even more valuable. Because genuine health tends to create genuine beauty, the kind that lasts. But before we continue, there's one surprising benefit most people never associate with leafy greens: energy.
And what you're about to learn may change how you think about fatigue forever. When people feel tired, their first instinct is often caffeine, another coffee, another energy drink, another quick fix. But what if lasting energy has less to do with stimulation and more to do with nourishment? In the next chapter, we'll explore how watercress may support natural energy production, why some experts call it a nutritional powerhouse, the surprising connection between watercress and eye health, how it may help support healthy sleep, the biggest mistakes people make when eating it, and the real-life stories of people who transformed their health with one simple daily habit.
Because believe it or not, we've only uncovered half of watercress's story, and the most surprising discoveries are still ahead.
Let's begin with a question. Have you ever felt exhausted, even after getting enough sleep? Maybe you've had days where your body feels heavy, your focus is gone, your motivation disappears, and no matter how much coffee you drink, something still feels off. Many people assume low energy is simply a normal part of modern life. But often, the body is trying to send a message. Sometimes that message is stress. Sometimes it's poor sleep. Sometimes it's lack of movement. And sometimes it's nutrition. You see, your body is constantly converting nutrients into usable energy. Every heartbeat, every thought, every breath, every step requires an incredible amount of biological activity, and those processes depend on vitamins,
minerals, and other nutrients working together efficiently. Watercress contains several nutrients involved in normal energy metabolism, including B vitamins and minerals that contribute to overall wellness. Now, this doesn't mean eating watercress will suddenly make you feel like a superhero. That's not how nutrition works. But when your body consistently receives nutrient-dense foods, it often functions more efficiently. Think of it like maintaining a high-performance vehicle. The better the fuel and maintenance, the smoother the ride. Over time, those small improvements can add up.
And that's what makes watercress so interesting. It's not about dramatic overnight results. It's about steady support for the systems that keep you feeling your best. But there's another organ that quietly works every second of your life, and most people don't think about protecting it until problems begin. Your eyes. Imagine losing the ability to enjoy a sunset, to read a favorite book, to recognize the face of someone you love from across the room. Vision is one of our most precious senses, yet many people take it for granted until changes begin to appear. Scientists have long studied the role nutrition plays in maintaining eye health.
And leafy greens consistently appear in those conversations. Watercress contains carotenoids, including lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are naturally present in the eye and are associated with healthy vision. Think of them as part of your eye's natural support system. Over years and decades, your eyes face constant exposure to light and environmental stressors. Supporting them through healthy lifestyle habits becomes increasingly important. What's fascinating is that many nutrients supporting eye health also support overall wellness. Nature rarely works in isolation. One healthy choice often benefits multiple systems simultaneously.
And that's exactly what we keep seeing with watercress. The benefits overlap. The nutrients work together. And the effects extend far beyond a single organ. Which brings us to another area many people overlook: their bones.
When you're young, strong bones are easy to take for granted. You run, jump, lift, move, without giving them much thought. But as the years pass, bone health becomes increasingly important, especially after age 50, and particularly for women. Watercress contains vitamin K, a nutrient involved in normal bone health. In fact, many people focus almost exclusively on calcium, but healthy bones depend on more than calcium alone. Vitamin K plays an important role in helping the body properly utilize minerals related to bone structure. Think of bone health like building a house. Calcium may provide some of the building materials,
But other nutrients help direct where those materials go and how they're used. That's why nutrition experts often emphasize overall dietary patterns rather than single nutrients. Watercress contributes to that bigger picture. And here's something worth remembering. The habits you build today influence how you'll move tomorrow. Every nutritious meal becomes an investment in your future mobility and independence. But what if one of the most powerful health benefits happens while you're asleep? Sleep is one of the greatest health tools we have. And yet, many people struggle with it. They toss and turn, wake up tired, feel drained throughout the day.
Then repeat the cycle again tomorrow. Now, let's be clear, watercress is not a sleeping pill, but nutrition and sleep are deeply connected. Your body relies on vitamins, minerals, and healthy dietary patterns to support normal biological functions. When overall nutrition improves, many people find that multiple aspects of wellness improve alongside it, including energy levels, mood, recovery, and sometimes sleep quality. Here's the bigger lesson. Health isn't built from one giant decision. It's built from hundreds of small decisions repeated consistently. The food you eat, the exercise you perform, the stress you manage, the sleep you prioritize.
Watercress doesn't replace any of those things, but it can become part of that healthy foundation. And speaking of fascinating science, the next topic has attracted enormous research interest over the past decade, though what you've probably heard online is often misunderstood.
If you've spent time reading health articles online, you've probably encountered bold claims. This food prevents cancer. That vegetable cures disease. But real science is rarely that simple. And it's important to separate excitement from evidence. Researchers have studied compounds naturally found in cruciferous vegetables, including watercress. One compound that receives attention is called phenylethyl isothiocyanate, often abbreviated PEITC. Scientists continue exploring how compounds like these interact with cellular processes. The research is intriguing. But here's the responsible takeaway. No food can guarantee protection against cancer.
And no vegetable should be viewed a cure. Health outcomes depend on many factors: genetics, lifestyle, environment, medical care, and overall dietary patterns. What we can say is this: watercress contains beneficial plant compounds that have attracted significant scientific interest. And diets rich in vegetables are consistently associated with better long-term health outcomes. That's not hype. That's a pattern repeatedly observed across nutrition research. But now it's time to address something equally important: the myths. Because some of the most popular claims about watercress are simply not true. Let's separate fact from fiction.
Myth number 1. Watercress is a miracle food. Fact. No food is a miracle. Even the healthiest foods work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Myth number 2. More is always better. Fact. Nutrition isn't a competition. Balance matters. A moderate amount consumed regularly is often more sustainable than extreme intake. Myth number 3. You need expensive supplements instead. Fact. Whole foods provide a complex combination of nutrients that supplements often cannot fully replicate. Myth number 4. Only raw watercress is beneficial. Fact. Both raw and cooked watercress can contribute nutrients to your diet. Preparation simply changes some characteristics.
Myth number 5. Healthy foods must taste boring. Fact. Watercress has a fresh, peppery flavor that many people find surprisingly enjoyable. And that leads us directly to the next question. How should you actually eat it? Because the answer might be easier than you think. One reason people fail to eat healthy foods consistently is complexity. They think every meal must become a gourmet project. Fortunately, watercress is incredibly versatile. Add it to salads. Blend it into smoothies. Layer it into sandwiches. Mix it into soups. Add it to omelets. Use it as a replacement for less nutrient-dense greens. Simple, practical, sustainable. The best health habits are often the easiest to maintain. And the simpler you make healthy eating, the more likely you'll continue doing it. But before you start filling your refrigerator with watercress, there's one mistake many beginners make.
And avoiding it can make a surprising difference. By now, you might be thinking, okay, I'm convinced. Watercress sounds amazing. But before you rush to the grocery store, let's talk about some common mistakes. Because even healthy foods can be underutilized when consumed the wrong way. Mistake number 1. Buying it, then forgetting it. This sounds obvious, but it's surprisingly common. People purchase healthy foods with the best intentions. Then life gets busy. Days pass. The watercress sits untouched and eventually gets thrown away. The solution? Have a plan before you buy it. Know exactly how you'll use it.
Mistake number 2. Treating it like medicine. Some people become obsessed with one specific food. They believe eating huge amounts will accelerate results. But health doesn't work that way. Watercress is most effective as a part of a balanced lifestyle. Consistency beats extremes, every time. Mistake number 3, ignoring variety. Even the healthiest food can't provide everything your body needs. Your body thrives on diversity. Different vegetables provide different nutrients. Watercress should complement other healthy foods, not replace them. Mistake number 4, choosing convenience over freshness. Fresh watercress often provides the best flavor and texture. Look for vibrant green leaves.
Avoid bunches that appear wilted or slimy. Quality matters. And when it comes to nutrient-dense foods, fresh is often worth the effort. But here's something many people ask. When is the best time to eat watercress? The answer may surprise you.
The truth? There isn't one perfect time. And that's actually good news, because flexibility makes healthy habits easier to maintain. Morning, add watercress to a smoothie or omelet. Afternoon, use it in a sandwich or salad. Evening, mix it into soups, grain bowls, or side dishes. The best time to eat watercress is the time you'll consistently eat it. That said, many nutrition professionals encourage spreading vegetables throughout the day rather than saving them all for one meal. Small, consistent exposure to nutrient-rich foods often beats occasional large servings. And if you want to maximize both flavor and nutrition,
Certain food pairings work particularly well. One of the easiest ways to elevate watercress is by pairing it with other nutritious foods. Here are some excellent combinations. Watercress plus avocado. Creamy, delicious, and packed with healthy fats. Watercress plus eggs. A protein-rich breakfast with impressive nutritional value. Watercress plus salmon. A combination many health-conscious people love. Protein, healthy fats, and nutrient-dense greens. Watercress plus nuts and seeds. Adds crunch, flavor, and additional nutrients. Watercress plus citrus fruits. Many people enjoy the bright contrast of flavors. Healthy eating doesn't need to feel restrictive. In fact, the healthiest diets are often the most enjoyable. And speaking of real-world results, let's look at a few stories that illustrate the power of small daily choices.
Meet Mark. At least, let's call him Mark. In his late 50s, he felt older than his age. Low energy, poor eating habits, little exercise, and a growing sense that something needed to change. His doctor didn't recommend a miracle solution. Instead, he encouraged simple lifestyle improvements. More movement, better sleep, more vegetables. Mark began making small adjustments, nothing extreme. Among those changes was adding leafy greens, including watercress, to his meals several times per week. Months later, he wasn't a different person. He was something better, a healthier version of himself, more active, more engaged, more confident. The lesson?
Transformation rarely comes from one giant leap. It usually comes from hundreds of tiny steps. Sarah had tried countless diets. Most failed, not because they were ineffective, but because they were impossible to maintain. Eventually, she shifted her focus. Instead of asking, "How can I lose weight quickly?" she asked, "How can I eat better consistently?" That question changed everything. She started adding more vegetables to her meals, not removing everything she loved, just adding better choices. Watercress became one of her favorites. Its peppery flavor made healthy meals feel more interesting. And over time, those simple changes became permanent habits.
The real victory wasn't weight loss. It was sustainability. Because healthy habits that last are the habits that matter most.
Robert had a simple goal. He didn't just want to live longer. He wanted to stay capable longer. He wanted to travel, walk independently, play with grandchildren, enjoy retirement. So he focused on daily habits, nutritious foods, regular exercise, quality sleep, stress management, and consistency. Not perfection, consistency. Watercress became one small part of a much larger lifestyle. And that's exactly how nutrition should be viewed, not as a magic bullet, but as a supporting player in a much bigger story,
your story. Let's quickly recap what we've learned.
People are increasingly interested in watercress because it may support heart health, healthy circulation, brain function, healthy aging, weight management, balanced nutrition, blood sugar-friendly eating patterns, digestive wellness, gut health, immune support, skin health, natural energy production, eye health, bone health, overall wellness and longevity-focused lifestyles. Not because it's magic, not because it's a miracle, but because it's one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables available. And sometimes, the simplest foods are the most powerful.
Before we end, take a moment and think about this. Your body has been working for you every second of your life. Every heartbeat, every breath, every memory, every step you've ever taken, without asking for recognition, without demanding applause, quietly, faithfully, day after day, year after year. And yet, many of us spend more time maintaining our cars than maintaining our health. We wait until problems appear, until energy disappears, until symptoms demand attention. But health isn't built in emergencies. It's built in ordinary moments. The breakfast you choose, the walk you take, the sleep you prioritize, the vegetables you place on your plate.
Tiny decisions, repeated consistently. Those decisions become habits. Those habits become years. And those years become your future. Maybe watercress won't change your life overnight. Most worthwhile things don't. But perhaps it can become one small step, one healthy choice, one simple addition to a lifestyle that helps you feel stronger, healthier, and more capable over time. Because longevity isn't about chasing perfection. It's about giving your body the support it deserves. And if there's one lesson this humble green vegetable teaches us, it's this. Sometimes extraordinary health begins with surprisingly ordinary choices. Choices available today.
Choices available right now. Choices that future you may be incredibly grateful for. If you learned something valuable today, let us know in the comments. Have you ever tried watercress? Or are you planning to add it to your meals after watching this video? And if you enjoy evidence-based health, nutrition, longevity, and wellness content designed to help you live a healthier life naturally, subscribe and join us for the next journey. Because sometimes the next food that transforms the way you think about health is one you've been overlooking all along. We'll see you in the next video.